I am 95 years old, and in exactly 3 minutes, I am going to tell you the most terrifying thing about the day you die. It's not the darkness, it's not the pain, it's not even the silence. It's the person who will be standing at the foot of your bed, staring back at you. Right now, as you sit there, safe, comfortable, stuck, you are slowly murdering that person. Every day you choose a steady paycheck over your soul, or a quiet routine over a loud risk. You are tightening the noose around the hero you were meant to become. You think you're waiting for the right time? You're not waiting. You're an accomplice to your own disappearance. I've spent nearly a century watching people trade their fire for a lukewarm life. I did it too. I sat in chairs just like yours, thinking I had an infinite supply of tomorrows. I didn't. And now, at the end of my road, I can see the ghost of the man I should have been. And he looks nothing like me. He has scars I was too afraid to get. He has memories I was too busy to make. If you don't change what you're doing by the time this video ends, you've already signed your own death warrant. Listen closely, because your comfort isn't your friend, it's your executioner. When I was 35, I had a good life. That's what they called it. I had a steady paycheck that arrived like clockwork every 2 weeks. I had a pension waiting for me at the end of a 40-year tunnel. I had a house that looked like every other house on the block, with a lawn I mowed every Saturday morning. Everyone told me I was successful. My parents were proud. My neighbors were jealous. But inside, I was numb. I was a dead man who still had a pulse. Comfort is like Novocaine for the soul. It doesn't kill you instantly. It just makes you go numb while your time, the only currency you actually have, is stolen from you by the minute. I spent decades waiting for Friday. Think about that. I was wishing away 5/7 of my life just so I could have 2 days of exhaustion and chores. I thought I was being responsible. I told myself I was paying my dues. I wasn't. I was being a coward. I was trading my limited heartbeats for the security of a cubicle. The most dangerous thing in the world isn't failure. Failure at least tells you that you're alive. The most dangerous thing is mild success. It's a life that's just good enough to keep you from quitting, but bad enough to keep you from growing. It's a velvet-lined coffin. You think you have time to change later. You don't. You are a candle burning in a windstorm, and the wax is running out faster than you can imagine. If I could drag you into this 95-year-old body for just 10 seconds, if you could feel how heavy these bones are, how thin this skin is, you would run out of your house and never look back. You would realize that the safety you crave is a prison cell. You need to understand that pain is a compass, while comfort is just a dead end. When I look back at my life, the years I spent being safe are a complete blank. I can't remember a single thing from the year 1984 because nothing happened. I didn't grow. I didn't cry. I didn't risk. I just existed. The things I actually remember, they all involve pain or terror. The time I almost went bankrupt trying to save a dream. The time I moved my family across the country with nothing but a map and a prayer. Those were the moments I was truly alive. You have to realize that you are your own jailer. Nobody is holding a gun to your head, making you stay in that job you despise. Nobody is forcing you to stay in that toxic relationship that drains your light. You stay because it's familiar. You stay because you'd rather be unhappy in a way you understand than be happy in a way that scares you. You've become addicted to the certainty of your own misery. But that perfect time you are waiting for? It is a lie told by people who died with their music still inside them. I waited for the perfect time to write my book. I waited for the perfect time to tell her I loved her. I waited for the perfect time to see the world. Now my eyes can't see the pages, my heart is tired, and my legs can't walk the stairs of the places I dreamed of. The perfect time was 30 years ago. The second best time is right now, in this heartbeat. Wisdom is useless without action. You can watch all the videos you want, you can read all the quotes on the internet, but if you don't do something today that makes your heart pound against your ribs, you are just a well-informed corpse. There is a Stoic idea that when you die, you meet the person you could have been. Imagine that meeting. In a few months, maybe weeks, I'll meet that man. He is strong. He is scarred. He traveled the world and smelled the air of 1,000 different cities. He started the businesses I was too scared to start. He loved deeply and lost fiercely. And he didn't care if he looked like a fool. He lived a life of what if instead of I wish. And then there's me, the man who kept his shoes clean, the man who never missed a mortgage payment but missed his own life, the man who was comfortable. I have to look that man in the eye and admit I was too afraid of a little discomfort to become him. I have to admit I traded greatness for a reclining chair and a television remote. That is the only hell I believe in, the gap between who you are and who you could have been. And you are walking straight into it. You aren't stuck in that city. You aren't stuck in that mindset. You are just choosing a slow death because it feels safer than a fast birth. Listen to me. Your comfort is a lie. The economy could collapse tomorrow. Your health could fail this afternoon. The safety you are clinging to is an illusion that could vanish in a second. If you're waiting for permission to change, I'm giving it to you right now. Take it. Go be a fool. Go fail miserably. Go get your heart broken into 1,000,000 pieces. Go lose some money. At least then you'll have a story to tell when you're my age. At least then you'll know you weren't just a spectator in your own life. Because sitting in this chair, looking back, the only thing worse than a tragedy is a story where nothing ever happened. Don't let your life be a blank page. Don't let your legacy be a pile of receipts and a reliable reputation. You have two choices today. You can go back to your comfortable life, pull the blankets up, and pretend you didn't hear this old man talking. You can go back to the, quote, safety of your routine. Or you can admit that you're terrified and move anyway. You can decide that the pain of staying the same is finally greater than the pain of changing. If you want to keep hearing these truths from a man who has nothing left to lose but his words, subscribe. It's a small way to keep that voice in your head alive, the voice that reminds you that you were built for more than just paying bills and dying. Now, get out of your chair, go outside, do the one thing you've been putting off. Do the thing that makes your hands shake. Go do something that makes you sweat before the sand runs out, before it's too late.